He drove me to a forest. I have had the misfortune of coming across a few scary guys in my life. My friends will say I'm a weirdo magnet, so I'm pretty wary and clued up now I'm a bit older. But when I was a teenager, I suppose you could say I was very naive. Haven't we all been there? Like, it's normal. Back when I was 20, me and my family, my mom and my little sister, had moved from a small rural village into the Shires to a town down south. It was a huge change, and as I had been having a difficult time, I welcomed the change of scenery. It was a beautiful town in an affluent part of the country, but I struggled to find a job and became very frustrated as my mom needed a bit of help with money. Over the course of about 3 months, we became fairly friendly with a middle aged guy who owned a takeaway shop in town. I will call him Phil, what? Phil. If ever he saw us doing some shopping, he could come and chat and ask how the family were, and he genuinely seemed like a decent, caring bloke. What is that? So when he said he might have a job for me in his shop with a small flat upstairs I could rent for next to nothing, I thought, okay, great, maybe things are looking up. When it's too good to be true, you know what we say. Phil got our address and told me and my mom that he will pop by early evening time when he had finished and take me in the car to go and see the flat. I get myself looking fairly casual but presentable, and I'm feeling excited and confident, thinking, wow, a job and a flat. I've killed two birds with one stone. Here I just needed to show him I'm sophisticated and will make a great employee. Around 8 p.m., he knocks in the front door and mom answers. He tells her he will probably only be about half an hour and he will have me back safe and sound in no time. Now, I didn't take girl, my phone with me as I had no credit to call out and didn't think I would be needed it for a quick trip up the road and back. In hindsight, a pretty stupid thing to do. Agree. Maybe if I had my phone on me, would have deterred him from what he was about to do. It's already dark out and it's March. I get into his car and we start driving, and he's chatting away, asking how I am and telling me what the flat is like. When within a matter of a few minutes, I've noticed that we're not taking the conventional route that takes us directly into town. At first, I think he's taking me down some sort of shortcut around the town to get it, and just reason with myself that he knows the area well and I don't know. And I don't. 30 seconds after, I realize he's taking me in a completely opposite direction, and I can tell that we were driving away from that populated town and into an area where trees swamp both sides of the road. My brain is now working overtime thinking, where the fuck is this guy taking me? And I was just about to manage to keep my composure and ask him outright, where are we going? Towns is the back the other way. Just thought I would take you on a little tour. At 8 p.m., it's beautiful here, many forests and peaceful places. I would love to show you. He tells me in his normal cheery tone. I wasn't capable of saying anything at the moment because the logical and the reasoning sides of my brain were in a full blown war. I'm trying to keep calm, thinking, okay, he seems fairly normal. Why wouldn't he want to show me around it in a stunning area full of natural beauty? Me when I lie to myself. He is probably proud to show me where he lives, right? The logical side, however, disagreed, and a wave of panic comes over me, and a little voice enters my head and shouts, "What in the dark? Shit, no. Are you stupid?" So I just sit there in silence, taking in the scenery, which is becoming more sinister by the second because at that moment time, I didn't know what to think at all. Is every cell in my body screaming at me to find a way out. That's the survival instinct of you of the situation. I started looking for sign spots, houses, any distinct landmarks, ditches, huge trees, anything that would be able to use to recognize my way back if I had to bolt from his car. Phil can obviously sense I'm nervous, so he's just talking away at me about what the job is like and how his staff are friendly. And before I know, he has slowed down to a crawl and he has turned down a little rut road with a dense tree line on one side and pitch black open fields on the other. Girl, how are you here with us? My stomach literally drops and my body contemplates power vomiting all over his car. Do it. Do it. Because the reality of what is about to potentially happen hits me like a freight train. I'm thinking to myself, if I jump out here, I have to be able to run over in muddy fields into literally nowhere, but my imagination starts rather helpfully flashing by images of him grabbing me before I get the chance to get off the door. So I just sit there buckled in the passenger seat, not saying a word. I'm just thinking to myself, if he attacks me, don't make a sound, don't give him the satisfaction of showing him I'm scared. My brain was about as useful as a chocolate teapot. And I was starting to get angry with myself for not doing something. But I was terrified. Girl, what could you do? Like, I have survival instincts also of a fart. We come out at the top of this little dirt road, and there is a tiny little park surrounded by woodland with one car set in. It was clear there were people in there having sex, and he pulls near the car. I realized he had brought me to a local dogging spot. Dogging spot. He turns to me and puts his hands on my knee. We should do what they're bro, with a deadly serious expression on his face. I make this bizarre half nervous laugh, half grabbed high pitch while whine and try to laugh off the suggestion to show I'm not into it and I'm super uncomfortable right now. The alarmed expression on his face at my gargle cackle, which sound like I've swallowed a potato whole clearly freaks him out. That's good. And I'm mentally congratulating myself for my socially awkward and grossly unsexy reaction. It will be fun. No one will see us, he persists. No, I don't want to. Plus, I'm kind of seeing someone right now. I lie. But he sits there just smiling at me like a cashier cat, like I'm going to miraculously change my mind at the sight of his weird face. Mom will be expecting me home now, I tell him after insanely uncomfortable 30 seconds more of this as I try my damn hardest to not make eye contact. Ugh. I'm sure she won't mind you being out a bit longer with me. You can trust me, you know. No, I can't, mister. You brought me here. He tells me with a straight face as we sit next to the sex wagon parked next to us. I sharply pull my leg away from his grip and I tell him again, Mom is waiting for me. She will start panicking if I'm not coming home in the next few minutes. Take me home! I look him straight in the face and he knows that I'm not messing around. Okay, that's fine. I'll take you back now. You son of a bitch. Without another word, he drives me out of the creepy city place and back home. My finger is hovering over the seatbelt button, ready to jump out as we pull out outside our home. I breathe a sign of relief as I can see my safety literally a few feet away. And before he can stop me, I'm out and slam the door behind me. I am stepping over a tiny little rope fence around our garden. He gets out of his car and my heart sinks. I think I'll pop in to see your mom quickly, he tells me, and I swear I can see a smirk on his face, but I know he's only doing this because he's freaking out, knowing damn well I'm going to tell her. He was trying to delay the inevitable, or scare me into keeping my mouth shut. Before I can try and talk him out of it, Mom has heard us pull up and open the front door. I barge past her with one thought in my mind. I head straight into the kitchen and grab a small knife out the drawer and fly into my little sister's room like a mad woman. Don't you dare fucking leave this room, no matter what you hear. Oh my god, you're a badass. I love you. I whispered to her, seeing the knife I am stuffing up my sleeve. She just looks at me with panic in her eyes and whispers back, okay, make that man fear you. I walk back into the living room and the cheeky twat is sat on the sofa, sprawled out, comfortable as fuck, like he is at home. I see red, swear to God, I felt like the hawk. I am ready for that bastard. I awkwardly perch myself on the arm of the sofa Mom is sitting on, the absolute farthest away from him I can manage, as just sits in there making small talk with Mom about how is she finding the area, are the neighbors friendly, too friendly, some of them, all the while keeping his beady little weaselly eyes on me every move. Why don't you come and sit over here next to me? He pats the sofa cushion next to him. This mother. No, I'm alright here, thanks. I tell him as I'm fidgeting my sleeve, trying to stop the little knife from falling out from in front of him. Why are you sat over there? Come here, honestly, I won't bite. He laughs and pats the seat next to him again. No, I'm quite comfortable here, thank you very much. This time through gritted teeth. My mom, bless her, is looking at each of us during this back and forth like a tennis match, and I can see something is registering in her eyes. She can see my behavior is all off. I've got one bum cheek weirdly perched on the sofa arm, so I'm half stood up, half stood down, and I'm fiddling about with my sleeve. I'm twitchy as hell and staring my mom in the face intensely, mentally trying to speak to her through the power of telepathy alone. I must have looked like a nutter. It's getting late now, so I think you should go, she finally speaks. Mom is starting to look anxious now as she had finally twitched that something happened. Phil gets up, agrees, and mumbles something about having to check something at his shop. When he walks by me and is nearly out of the room, when he pauses and turns to me and put out his hand to shake mine, I'm thinking to myself, what a fucking weird thing to do. I take the opportunity to kindly offer him my hand that had the knife, taking it with a bit more force than is polite. He so yanked his scrabbly meat out of mine when the tip of the blade just jabbed him. He looked down and saw the blade. Then he looked at me. I looked at him with such disgust. Phil high-tailed it out of our home. What a loser. So fast, with another word, a prick for a prick. True. I told mom everything. She was fuming. We did discuss going to the police, but there wasn't really a crime. I hate that. There was the intention, okay, on his part aside from being a major creep. Sadly, when I mentioned it to a couple of girls my age who lived down the street, they claimed up and shot each other a strange look. I guess he had probably done this type of thing before. We moved away the area after that. So glad to report I've never seen this smug face ever again. So kebab feel, let's not meet. Cough. Yeah. Oof. This was so fucking creepy to read. Guys, if you liked how I narrate these Reddit stories, they are not mine. Go check Reddit. I don't know. Maybe you like how I tell them. Just like and subscribe. Please comment. It helps me a lot. Let's how to say let's build a community and let's have fun and chill and I don't know, hear cool stories. Thank you. Bye.